And here we go. My name is David Graves, and I want to welcome y'all to... Y'all? I think I just became country. Alright, let's try this again. My name is David Graves, and I want to welcome everybody to my brand new channel, The 40-Year-Old Gamer. I'm not new to YouTube. I've actually been on YouTube for a very long time on several different channels. The one I've been around on the most was probably my movie review channel that a friend of mine and I ran called Box Office Maniacs, and we've been doing that for about 7 years. And we reviewed everything from movies to television to action figures to even, yes, video games. However, this is my very first channel dedicated to nothing but gaming. And to tell you the truth, I've been putting this off for a long time. Just for the simple fact that, and I'll be completely honest with you here, that I was kind of scared to even start this channel. It seems like people who are 40 years or older always get looked down upon when they talk about playing video games. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves ever. You know, I just can't stand when I see a post on Facebook or Twitter or something saying that, oh, my kid bought this game, but I don't play those things. Or just for example, I was up at work a few months ago, and this guy comes walking up to me, and he says, someone told me you were playing Grand Theft Auto 5. And I said, yeah, I'm playing it. Oh, well, my kid's playing it, and he had some problems with it, like freezing and things like that. Have you had any problems with it? And I'm thinking to myself, why don't you play Grand Theft Auto? But it seems like every time you try to tell most adults to play games, oh, well, that's just a kid thing, and my kids play that, and I don't touch that stuff. And that just drives me crazy. So that is why I have finally decided to make this channel. Because I've been a gamer ever since games came out. Ever since they were available to the public. The very first game that could attach to the television set I had. I know I started with an Atari 2600. I mean, that was my introduction to gaming, as I think a lot of people my age probably was. And then down the road here, I will make a video telling you about my history of gaming and where I started at and where I'm at now. And that's going to be a lot of fun, I think. But for now, I'm just on here to introduce the channel and to tell you one thing, is that I am going to PAX in probably about 7-8 hours. We're heading to Texas. And this is going to be my very first big video game conference, and I just could not be more excited about this. I couldn't even tell you how excited I am about this. I'm actually even nervous about going there because I have so much anticipation for this thing, and I don't even know what to expect. I've never been to a big video game convention like this. I've been to a couple conventions, but nothing like this. And PAX is something I've always wanted to go to, and this is the closest it's ever been. So we are going down there to Texas, and we're going to drive straight through and hopefully get there on Thursday. Now, I'm going to record a lot of footage while I'm there. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to start this channel now, is because I'm like, if I keep putting it off, you know, I'm going to skip PAX, and I want to have everybody experience PAX South who were not able to go there. Now, I don't know if I will be able to do it live while I'm there, because the only laptop I have is like a 12-year-old Gateway, and it might explode if I try to do something like that on there. But I'll see what I can do, and maybe I can upload some videos to you guys while I'm at PAX, and I'd love to do that. Another thing about this channel is why I'm starting it, and it's not just for old people. So don't think you're going to be, you know, seeing, oh, I'm a grandpa and I play video games. No, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, gear it towards just old people. This is a channel for gamers. So I just have a little bit more experience than some of these 20 or 30-year-olds that are out there making all these channels. I mean, I've, like I said, been playing games a long time. So I've pretty much seen all the games and the evolution of games and where they're at now. So hopefully I can bring something a little different to the internet, and or it could be, you know, total crap. Now, I have a friend of mine who always complains that I read all these reviews and base my opinion on these reviews, and, you know, not buy games because one guy says that they're terrible. or only get games that have high reviews. Now, up until about this year, I was still doing that. I mean, I would see a game and I'm like, oh man, it got like a 5.2. I'm not buying that. But then I found out that sometimes those games are great. So what I'm going to try to do from now on is not read the reviews of some of these games that I really want to play that are coming out this year, and just go out and buy them, and I will give you my complete and total honest opinion what I think of these games. And I like all types of games. I don't like just shooters. I'm not just a Call of Duty guy, or I'm not just a Diablo person, or I'm not just, a PC person. I play all platforms. I like computer games. I like PlayStation 4 games. I like Xbox One games. And up until recently, I was still playing the 360 and the PS3, which I sold the PS3, so I don't have one anymore. And the last game I played on the 360, which is still one of the best games ever, I think, is Dark Souls, the first one. And that was the last game I played on the 360, and I figured, that's a good game to go out on with that. All right, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited to head off to PAX, and I couldn't even tell you my excitement level right now. It's through the roof. The Witcher 3, I really want to get my hands on that. Bloodborne, because of course is made by the same people who did Dark Souls. And I didn't leave out Nintendo. I do not have a Wii U. However, that might change this year because the talks of a new Zelda game is coming out, and that might convince me to get a Wii U, but we will have to wait to see. But I am going to be getting the new 3DS that's coming out, the worst name ever. And I will get on here and show it to you guys and give you a review of it and everything else when it comes out. So you have that to look forward to. I just want to sign off here by saying, remember, we're all gamers. No matter if you're 40 years old, if you're 4 years old, if you're 75 years old, we are all gamers. And no matter how old you are, you should never be looked down because of something you really enjoy doing. So next time you see me, I will be coming from PAX. I just can't wait. It's going to be, as you can see, it's going to be, the drive is going to be terrible. It's like a 14-hour drive to Texas from here. But other than that, it's PAX. Come on. Hopefully you guys will tune in and check it out. And I will see you next time on the 40-year-old gamer. Or you can abbreviate it to FWOG. FWOG? I think it would be FWOG. FWOG.